It was the year of 1984. Khalistani terrorism had reached its zenith. Thousands of people had died in the fighting. But led by Jarnail Singh Bhindranwala, separatism on India's side of Punjab refused to end, and so did the sufferings of innocents. Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was tasked with handling these challenges. Known for yielding her iron fist, the Prime Minister was losing her patience. But Bhindranwala, the cruel leader of Khalistani movement who projected a godlike image of himself, was hiding within the premises of the Holy Golden Temple. Behind the veil of holiness, Khalistani terrorists operated out of this temple, taking advantage of the fact that the security forces would hesitate to enter its premises and expel Bhindranwala. But Indira Gandhi turned the whole dynamic around. She decided to strike, and this strike later came to be known as the Operation Blue Star. The country was finally rid of Bhindranwala, but unfortunately, there are still those who brazenly idolize him. Hi and welcome to TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Diksha, and in this video, I will tell you how a prominent celebrity sportsperson who has received unconditional love from Indians is today supporting terrorism that killed the same Indians. Let's begin. Indian cricketer Harbhajan Singh on Sunday created a controversy when he glorified and paid tribute to Khalistani terrorist Jarnail Singh Bhindranwala on his death anniversary. The World Cup winning player hailed Bhindranwala as a martyr and offered him pranam in one of his Instagram stories. Posting the message on the 37th anniversary of Operation Blue Star, the cricketer captioned it saying, "Salute to the martyrs." The text in the image written in Punjabi reads, "Heartfelt tribute to those martyred in operation inside Sri Harmandir Sahib on June 1 to June 6, 1984. Harbhajan didn't write Bhindranwala's name, but the post featured his photo at the center wearing a blue turban. Safe to say, netizens didn't like Harbhajan's distasteful post that worshipped a terrorist who had killed hundreds of Hindus. The anger was visible and Harbhajan wasn't spared one bit. One tweet said, "There's no count how many Hindus were killed by Bhindranwale." This is how Harbhajan Singh repays the love showered on him by fellow Indians. While Harbhajan, who has played over 100 tests for India, was singing songs of praise for Bhindranwala, Khalistani flags were being hoisted and waved during an event inside Sri Harmandir Sahib. According to news reports, Akal Takht officiating Jathedar Harpreet Singh Gyani emphasized on maintaining unity among the Sikh community and tagged the event as Chaurasi da Galughara, also known as 1984 Holocaust. Delivering his customary sandesh from the podium of Akal Takht, he said that the words like Operation Blue Star or Saka Neela Tara must be avoided to refer to the event as it hurt the sentiments. Comparing the Indian Army's Operation Blue Star on Golden Temple and Akal Takht with the war between two nations, Gyani said, "Like the earlier two Galugharas, the third one occurred in 1984 when the Indian Army attacked the Golden Temple, the way China and Pakistan attacked India in 1962 and 1965. Upon the attack, the Indian authorities did worse than what the winning forces did with the defeated nation's citizens." Indira Gandhi, the Congress leader and the country's prime minister at the time in 1984, had ordered Operation Blue Star to clear the pious compounds of Golden Temple from the clutches of Bhindranwala and his coterie of terrorists that took over the Akal Takht complex and hid there from the forces. The operation to flush out the terrorists took place between June 1 and June 8, and as per the official reports, 83 army jawans were martyred, while 492 civilians lost their lives throughout the whole operation. This is not the first time Harbhajan has worked and voiced support for anti-India forces. Reported by TFI last year, Harbhajan Singh and Yuvraj Singh had contributed money and conducted a solid PR campaign for Shahid Afridi's foundation few days before the Pakistani cricketer foul-mouthed the Indian Prime Minister and simultaneously called for freedom of Kashmir from India whilst touring Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. After being put under the pump by the public, both cricketers had to reverse their stance and lash out at Afridi on Twitter. As for the post on Bhindranwala, the cricketer is yet to tender an apology. Already loitering at the fringes of the Indian national cricket team, having last played a game in the Indian jersey back in 2016, Harbhajan Singh hasn't done any favours to his brand by serenading a terrorist. The public might have a short memory, but no one will forget that a player claiming to play for his country showed solidarity for a killer and a terrorist.